This is really very stunning that you were such a close friend uh, to Father Malachi Martin, a great figure and very well known, but there's a lot of mystery there. We're going to get into that, but want to start with probably the most controversial thing people that know about him, know about the third Fatima secret and all the controversy there. What was his take on the third secret of Fatima? I know, I think everybody knows that he read it, but maybe give us that background as well.
This is common knowledge. He was the chief aide to Augustine Cardinal Bea, senior Jesuit cardinal, just prior to and during the Second Vatican. And he had told me that one morning he was summoned by Cardinal Bea. They went up to the papal apartments. He was asked to wait, I guess, in an anteroom or a waiting area outside the actual papal apartments. Cardinal Bea went inside. He was accompanied by several other prominent cardinals, we've Bacci, Cardinal Ottaviani, Suinens, just a bunch of very prominent cardinals. Cardinal Lucaro.
And what year are we dealing with here?
This was in 1959. And he said the doors were closed. And for about the next 45 minutes to an hour, I won't call it argumentation, he heard very loud, animated discussion. How about that? Very loud, animated discussion coming from within Pope St. John the 23rd's apartments. And after about 45 minutes, he said, Cardinal Bea just came storming out of papal apartments. And without even looking at him, he said, let's go in German, Malachi kommen Sie. And he said Cardinal Bea was very angry. And they got down to his car, which was waiting downstairs. They got in the car, and Cardinal Bea didn't speak for a moment or two, but then said, I'm going to show you something, but first you have to agree to read it under the conditions of the pontifical oath of secrecy. And you may not divulge the exact contents of what I'm about to show you unless you are released from that pontifical oath by the reigning pontiff himself. Malachi said, I agree to the conditions. He was handed a one-page German translation, third message of Fatima. He read it and handed it back to Cardinal Bea. He said, what is your interpretation of this? And Cardinal Bea said, and this is a quote as well as I can remember from Malachi. He said, Cardinal Bea said, and he was very angry, he said, those fools have just condemned millions upon millions of people to death. That was all that he said of that meeting with Cardinal Bea. He said Cardinal Bea, who was actually known as back then, we're now talking going on 60 years, as a liberal cardinal. But liberal cardinal of 1959 was very different from a liberal cardinal of 2020. But he said he was very, very angry because the Pope had decided that this does not pertain to our pontificate and decided that the message would not be released in 1960.
Yeah, and that's stunning because everybody knew from Sister Lucia herself that it was supposed to, Our Lady said it was to be released in 1960.